In recent days, reports have emerged that clubs around Europe have already been left stunned by the swift and aggressive approach Arsenal are taking to the transfer window under Andrea Berta. Remove ads. For those who support the club, this should be music to their ears. The January window was a slow and labored affair, one that ultimately ended without a single incoming. Rewind to last summer, and while faces like David Raya, Mikel Merino, and Ricardo Calafiori all arrived, a center forward continued to elude them. So what does this summer have in store? Berta needs a striker. Mikel Arteta needs a striker. Arsenal need a striker. Not signing one would be disastrous. Arsenal's striker shortlist this summer. Pick one of the top strikers in European football, and it's likely the Gunners will have been linked with them. The dream signing, obviously, is Alexander Isak, but if Newcastle secure Champions League football, the Swede feels even more untouchable than he already is. So, alternatives will be required, and in long-term target Benjamin Sesko, they may find their man. Reports from David Ornstein last week indicated that they have done a lot of work on potentially signing the Slovenian. But Berta's pick would appear to be another Swede in the form of Viktor Gyökeres, a man possessed in front of goal over the last 2 seasons. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. Reports over the last week or so have suggested that Arsenal are locked in talks to sign the forward from Portuguese outfit Sporting CP. But fresh news now indicates a deal is moving closer to completion. One reporter in France claims that Gyökeres and Arsenal have reached full agreement over personal terms and that the Sporting striker wants to join Arsenal this summer. Exciting news indeed. So, what could he offer besides goals? How Viktor Gyökeres compares to Alexander Isak. In the words of data analyst Spencer Mossman, Gyökeres is certainly the best finisher in the world at the moment. It's hard to dispute that claim, especially considering the remarkable form the 26-year-old has been in since trading Coventry City of England's second tier for the Portuguese top flight. In that final campaign with Coventry, the hulking center forward found a net on 22 occasions, and once departing, he has truly exploded, scoring 43 goals in 50 outings last term and registering a jaw-dropping 53 goals in 51 outings throughout 2024-25. It is hardly a surprise to see that he is leading the race for the European Golden Boot. He's streets ahead of Isak for goal involvements, which rather says it all. The tune forward has been seriously impressive in his own right, but boasts a meager haul of 27 goals in all competitions in comparison. Impressive, of course, but this is a man who may also cost in the region of £150 million. In Gyökeres, Arsenal would be getting more bang for their buck, so to speak. Arsenal need a goal scorer, however, and there's an argument to suggest that they could be getting a more complete package here. One thing that's necessary to state is that Isak is playing in a better league. But even so, some of the numbers Gyökeres is registering in Iberia are simply off the charts. While he's scoring more than 1 goal per game, he's proven to be more creative than Isak. Although he carries the ball more regularly, and he's more likely to win you an aerial duel. That final statistic could be key considering what Arteta has asked of the likes of Kai Havertz and Merino as his central strikers. That said, data analyst Ben Mattinson has shared what he describes as a few red flags. A heavy first touch and his inability to turn on a dime could well be turn-offs, particularly considering the explosiveness of Isak. But first and foremost, Arsenal need goals. Gyökeres has provided that in abundance over the last few years, and if his fellow Swede turns out to be off the table, he could well be Arsenal's very own Isak anyway. A proven goal scorer set to take the Premier League by storm.